What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to do an unboxing and review of the Moondrop Robin earbuds. Now, I've been getting a lot of requests for these over for a little bit, and I was finally able to pull the trigger and get a pair in. Very excited to see how these guys hold up and everything. So let's go ahead and dive in. First, let's talk price and specs. The price, you can pick these up for $99.99. As always, I'll leave links in the description to where you can pick these guys up if you're interested. They come in just as one color or array of colors. You got white with blue and black accent coloring on it. Very interested to see how these look. As far as specs go, they rock Bluetooth 5.4 with codec support for AAC, SBC, LC3, and LDAC. They do have active noise canceling. You know we're going to definitely test that out. As far as battery, the earbuds, with noise canceling turned off, you can get up to 9 hours of playback time. And with the case, you can get up to 30 hours. Now, they don't specify exactly how much time you get with noise canceling turned on. So I'm thinking it's about 4 to 5 hours per charge. But we'll see about, I'll let you know later on down the line after using these for a little bit. As far as battery continues to go, rather, they have fast charge. They do say that. They don't give me any rates as far as how much charge you get and how much time. And they do offer the case has wireless charging. All right. And there's no water resistant rating for these, so you definitely want to make sure you stay out of any type of position where these guys can get wet. Again, if I find out any more information on that, I'll pin that into this in the comment section below. And also when it comes to features, these rock the 10 ceramic domed diaphragms, which consist of a dual driver setup where you got a 10mm high performance dynamic driver combined with a 6mm angular planar treble driver. So we should get some really good sound, really decent balance out of these guys. I'm very interested to see what's going on there. They have ergonomic design. They have environmental noise canceling with dual mics on each earbud for clear calls. You got wear detection sensor built in, touch controls, multi-point connectivity, and app support for Android and iOS. So let's go ahead and dive into this box. All right, got the knife out. Let's go ahead. We're going to try to do this surgically, or as surgically as possible. All right, there we go. Let's get the plastic off. All right, let's get that over there. And let's see what's in this box here. All right, let's see. Gosh. Make sure there's no other tape. I don't see any. So let's go ahead and slide this sleeve off. Can we get it off? Yep, there we go. Robin, the Hankei, I guess, I don't know, some type of Japanese anime or Chinese anime. I'm already liking it. Robin's earphones is what they call it here. I guess this is a version of the Moondrops. So let's go ahead and pull this off. I'm really liking this presentation. All right, so you got your introduction here to the hi-fi earbuds. All right, let you know about it. There, give you the message to the user about LDAC and all the other some other like quick namers there. Boom, right off the top. All right, what do we got here? Oh, looks like a card of some sort. Oh my God, do I want to take this out? I don't think I want to take this out. Oh, this is nice though. I'm gonna give this to my stepdaughter. Let me see. I don't want to take it out of this. All right, we'll leave this in there for right now. But it looks like a pretty cool, like a anime thing you can put on your desk or something like that, like 3D type of a deal there. But I like that's included in there. That's pretty cool. Let's pull that off and boom. Here we have it. Looks like we have a carrying case. Keep it nice and secure. All right. We take that out. Take out the filler and you can sit the case in there. Very nice. Snaps in. and you can travel with it. Looks like it has a lanyard hole in the back, so if you have a lanyard or a carabiner clip, you can hook it up to that. Very nice. Robin written on the top. And here we have the case and earbuds. We have our character on the top here. I still have it underneath plastic, but you got the character on top there. We'll take a look at that in a little bit. Let's see what else we have in here. Accessories included, as it says. All right, this is just a filler. And again, we got another box here at the bottom. Let's go ahead and take a look inside. See what we got. All right, we've got all kinds of goodies in here. Let's see what we got here. All right. We got something else is in there that won't come out. All right, here we go. All right. It's like we got some more instruction. We got our QC passes QC steps there. That's always good to see inside. We got some after sales issues, warranty cards, so you can send that in for a warranty on them. All right. Let's put that away. We've got our USB-C charging cable. We've got 2 types of silicone earbud or ear tips. Okay, let's take a look. These they're all white. This is solid white ones. Let's go ahead and pop this open. All right, so we've got, looks like large and small here. So it must be, the mediums must be already on the earbuds. All right, so that's in one pouch. So we don't lose them. In the second pouch, all right, I have the clear option with looks like a little bit of a I don't know, kind of a different textured silicone. You got large, medium, and small on these ones. Okay, I don't know. I'm gonna have to test both of them out and see how they do. But I love the fact that you got 2 different variants of ear tips you can choose from on these. So that's pretty nice. I like that. All right, let me get this all. I think is that everything? Oh, and we have our user manual for the earbuds. Okay, so yep, that's what all comes in the box. So let's go ahead and get this cleaned up, and we'll focus on the earbuds. All right, we got that all cleaned up. Let's go ahead and take a quick look at the earbuds. Let's go ahead and get these unpeeled. Try to keep things as pristine as possible. Sometimes it just doesn't work that way. All right, see, I then gave it 3 shots. And we're just gonna have to go ahead and do it completely, go savage. All right, here we go. All right, I like nice little reflective picture of the character here on the top. Really thick case. Okay, you got your wireless charging down here at the bottom here. Just sit that on. You've got your USB-C charging port here in the back. I do like the matte finish on it, so you ain't got to worry about any type of like scuffs or anything like that. And if you open it up, boom, there go the earbuds. I like the fact you got your star, your North Star there. Very nice. It says Robin here on it for the character. These are 3D printed parts, are hand polished and painted. As a result, there may be slight variations in color. So basically saying because these are handmade, everything, something may not match as far as color wise, but everything looks good so far. Let's go ahead and pull these out. Definitely look like IEMs. We got some tape. All right, we have some stick tape on there. I really like that. That white with the blue. You got the gold accent coloring all around. I don't know if the lights let you see that gold, but it looks really nice. Very light. Well, not, they're light. Okay, you got your wear sensor here. Okay, you got your contacts for charging. They are rocking the medium ear tips on them as of right now. All right. I like the way these look, though. Let's get this other guy out here. All right. Let's get the plastic off of him. All right. Again, love it. One has the star. The other one has the cliff, the music symbol. It looks very, very nice. I like that. Let's go ahead and put these in. Oh, yeah. Okay. Let's go ahead and get the camera switched around. All right. They're very comfortable, light once you put them in and get the twister lock. They are locked in. This is what they look like. Very, excuse me, very comfortable. Not going anywhere. Get a decent noise isolation isolation as well with these in. Very, very, very comfortable. All right, what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and get these guys paired up, and we're going to take a walk through the app. Stay strapped in. All right, let's go ahead and get these guys paired up. We got the Z Fold 6 here. Let's go ahead and open this up. Let's get these guys out. Get them out. Let's see. We got them in pairing mode. I put one in. Let's see if we got them in pairing mode already. Let's go to details. All right, let's see what we got here. Let's go down. Boom, there they are. Robin's earphones. Let's go ahead and pair that up. All right, got a message in my ear from the right earbud saying pairing complete. So we are in there. So let's go ahead and go get the app. I don't think I have it on here. No. Did I download it? No, I did not. So let's go out and get it. Doing this in real time. Excuse me. There we go. We'll go ahead and get that installed. All right, it's installed. Let's go ahead and open it. Do allow. We got English. Confirm. Allow. Searching for a device. Found them. All right, we are connecting. We're doing all this live, right in. I love it. All right, here we go. We are in the app right now. First time I'm seeing it just like you. First thing we're going to do is we're going to check for a firmware update. There is a firmware update available for the earbuds, so we're going to go ahead and run this, and then we'll come back and take a walk through the app. Stay strapped in. All right, back in. Got the update run. Let's go ahead and take a quick walk through the app. First, you can see the name of the earbuds at the top. You got a picture of the earbuds and their respective battery levels, both left and right. You got your volume slider here in the center. All right, moving down, you got your noise canceling features here or settings there. If we tap on the arrow, you can go ahead and select which one you want. And let's see. And you can pick which ones you want to use. I usually just use transparency or noise ANC on. I really don't use ANC off. And then here at the bottom, you can go ahead and sort and slide them up to however you want them as far as your when your touch controls use them. All right, so that's how I usually have mine set. So it'll just hit when I hit press for noise canceling, it'll either cycle on or to transparency mode. Of course, we'll test that here a little later on. All right, moving down, you got your function settings. We tap on that. You could turn on LDAC or LC3, depending on what you're using. You got your sensor settings. You can turn that on. One bring two. Let me see what that is. Effect. I think I turned on All right, let me go back. I heard music, so. Okay, so this is one bring to it. They call it, say, affected by mobile phone compatibility and RF performance. After turning on this option, problems such as link disconnection and lag may occur in complex environments, and it may not be able to be used normally. All right, so we're going to leave that on. We're going to test to see what that is. I think that's your multi-point connectivity option there. So we're going to turn that on. Let me see. We turn on LDAC. Let's see. All right, since LDAC occupies a high bandwidth and is affected by mobile phone compatibility and RF signal, its anti-interference performance is weak and is prone to have problems such as connection issues and lag. That's what they say, and may not be able to be used normally. This operation will cause the headset to restart once it's connected and everything. So we're gonna go ahead and confirm that. It's going to reboot the laptop. I want to see if this will stay on along with the multi-point. All right, let me see what's going on. All right, we're back up. Let's go back in. Now let's go back into no. All right, so the LDAC is turned on, but it turned off the multi-point feature. So you cannot use LDAC and multi-point at the same time with these earbuds. All right, so we know that moving forward. All right, so you have that there. And then, of course, you got your tune EQ. You can go in. Now, these have just your standard options here. You do not have a custom feature where you can make your own EQ. At least nothing that I have saw. You got your standard. You got ultra bass, pop style. You got the Moondrop Classic, and you got your monitor option there. So you really don't have, from what I've seen, there is no graphic equalizer there. Then you got your online interactive DSP if you want to go ahead and okay, so now I have LDAC turned on. I can't go into that, but it's basically where you could go out. They have message boards and everything like that. You can go ahead and interact with other people who are fans of this product, of the Moondrop products and stuff like that. You can go ahead and talk with them as well. Especially on here, you know the function settings, you got your high gain, medium gain, and low gain. I skipped over that, my mistake. But you do have those options there. Now improve the sound. And then, of course, you got your firmware update option here and our user guide option. If you don't have the actual one with you, you can refer to it here in the app. And I think that basically covers everything in the app here for the Moondrop Robins. See, if you go back, you can, if you have a list of them, you can go to, actually, no, there isn't. There's more. I'm sorry. Let's go back in. Actually, no, I'm sorry. Let's go back here. We got setting here. You can take it in here. Now you got the link where you can go in. You got your setting where you got, you can set your, the night mode, English, show floating window if you want, auto connect device if you want, sync music and everything. Put auto connect. We're going to turn auto connect on. So that way when you pull them out, they automatically connect to your device. You can even wipe the data. And of course you got wallpaper downloads if you want to go ahead and do that. You got different ones you can pull based on this character. Pretty good looking pictures. I like the anime. All right, you got that option there. And of course you got your privacy policy, user agreement, help and feedback, and you can follow them on different social media sites. All right, then of course down at the bottom you got product, which will take you out to their website where you can go ahead and take a look at all their products they have available now. I might have to look at those clip-ons and these ear headphones. I might have to look at those too, but definitely get some good options there. So, yeah, I think that's about it for the app. I just wanted to make sure I covered everything. All right, so let's go ahead and continue our testing. All right, we're back in now. We already, actually, what we're going to do now is the multi-point connectivity. Oh, and I want to put something there. Multi-point connectivity test here. We already have it connected to my Z Fold here. Let's go ahead and I want to quickly show you guys again. As you can see here, it is already connected to the Z Fold. So what we're going to do now is we're going to see connected to the tablet and see if Multipoint works on this. Now, the downer part of this is that there is no pairing button for these guys in the case at all. So we're going to go ahead and do it the old-fashioned way and see if it works. All right, so first of all, we're going to do, we're going to go ahead in on the Z Fold, turn off my Bluetooth. So now that should be, these guys should effectively be back in pairing mode. Let's go ahead and put these guys back in the case. All right, we got them back in. We'll open this back up. We got a couple flashes. Let's see if we can get these guys to pair to the tablet here. We got the Tab S10 Ultra here. Let's go into details. All right, let's see if we can get these guys to pair. Already, just by putting them in the case and closing and reopening, they are showing up here, which is fantastic. So we'll go ahead and hit pair. Yes, we want to pair to them. And there they go. They're showing up paired there. So what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and take these guys out of the case. And we're going to go ahead and turn Bluetooth on here on the Z Fold. And we're going to see if we can connect to this one as well. All right, so it's not connecting on here, but it's staying connected. So what we're going to do, we're going to disconnect here real quick. All right, now we're going to go in because I'm thinking maybe I don't have the feature turned on. Now we testing this right here in real time. So now it's okay. Now they're connected here. Let's go into the app. All right. We'll go in and check and make sure we have the dual device connection turned on. All right, let's go ahead and take a look here. Where we at? Okay, no, it's in. Okay, no, we did not have dual device connection turned on. All right, I thought I had it. We'll go ahead and do that. All right, so we got it turned on now. So now let's go ahead and hit connect. Boom. All right, we know it's connected here. Now it's connected here on the tablet. Let me slide that down a little bit. My mistake there, but yes, Multipoint does work. So let's go ahead and put these in. We're going to check and see if these guys actually have auto switching, which is meaning that the audio when playing on one device will switch to the other. So let's go ahead and jump into some, let's go and just grab one of mine here. We're going to grab one of my videos. All right, we're going to pause that, blow that up. All right, so we got one there. Let's get here on the Z Fold. And we're going to grab this one. All right, let's get that opened up a little bit. All right, so now we got video here on the Z Fold. And we got video here on the Tab S10 Ultra. So we're going to go ahead and start with the phone. All right, we got audio playing here. Pause that. All right, we're trying the tablet. We got audio playing out of the tablet now. All right, so now what we want to do now is I'm going to go ahead and hit play here on the phone and see if the audio will automatically switch over to my second device. All right, here we go. It does switch. Took a couple seconds, but it does switch over to your second device. Let's go back. Let's try it the other way. Okay, yes. So we got, not only do we got Multipoint, we got once I turn it on, We got auto switching. So boom, both of them in the package. Absolutely love it. Less than I think it's like $100. Can't beat that. Let's continue. All right, we are back in. What we're going to do now is we're going to test the mono mode and ear detection, in-ear detection rather, for these, or the in-ear detection sensor for these earbuds. We're going to see how fast the in-ear detection triggers when I take one out, and then we're going to also see if we can listen to one while the other is in the case charging. All right, so let's go ahead. We got our video queued up. Let's get that going. All right, now we got audio playing, so we're going to start off with the right earbud. And almost instantaneously, the in-ear detection triggers, pausing the audio. I like that. Let's go ahead and close the case. Hit play. Now we got audio playing out of the right earbud, or left earbud. Let's go ahead and put it back in. All right, now we got audio playing out of both. Let's go with the left. And again, boom, real quick with the audio switching. All right, I hit the play button before I put it in the case. So now it's in the case charging on the left earbud. Let's hit the play. All right, we got the right one playing. So not only do you got really quick wear detection where it pauses your audio, you can use them individually while the other one's charging, doubling the battery life. Double win. Let's continue. All right, what we're going to test now is the touch controls for the Moondrop Robin earbuds. So we got them in right now. So let me see. Lost my train of thought. Okay, so we will get our music playing here. All right. Now, we got audio playing. Now, a single tap to either left or right earbud will pause the music. All right, so. All right, did it right. Let me get my, as a matter of fact, let's flip the camera around so you guys can see me, and we'll do the pop-up. All right, so actually, you know what? Let's do it the other way. Let's put me in the pop-up. All right, there we go. Put me in the window. All right, so we already demonstrated the pause, so now we're going to hit play on the left earbud. And audio is playing. Now, this also works for answering and end calls. You can call come in, single press picks it up, single press ends it. All right. Now what we're gonna do with the double press is we're gonna go ahead and double press the right will take us to the next app or next track. 1, 2. All right, as you can see, it took me to the next track. Now double pressing on the left will take me to the previous track. 1, 2. Or it took me to the beginning here. 1, 2. Now I'm back at the previous track. All right, so now this right here will also work with call switching. So if you're, say for instance, you got a call and you got another call coming in, you double tap, you can switch over to that incoming call. Nice. All right, so now you've got the triple tap, which will pull up your assistant. You can do it on either one, left or right. 1, 2, 3. What's the weather for tomorrow? All right. So it's working there. Okay. Now I'm back to my music. So now if I want to do a long press, it will turn on my noise canceling. Again, this is on either earbud. So we're going to do the right long press. All right. Now I'm in noise canceling mode. All right. It told me let's quiet it down now. So they put me in noise canceling mode. So let's go ahead. We're going to press the long press on the right, on the left one this time. Okay. So now it said connect you to the outside world, which basically means I'm in transparency mode. So that works. Now this also works on declining incoming calls. So if you hold it down, press and hold for 1.5 seconds, it will send that call, the incoming call, to your voicemail. So they work. Only one downfall is there is no volume controls. So you have to use your device to turn up and down your volume. But other than that, works perfectly good. Let's continue.
The mic test with the Moondrop Robin earbuds in a quiet location. This is a mic test with the Moondrop Robin earbuds in a quiet location. This is a mic test with the Moondrop Robin earbuds in a crowded location. This is a mic test with the Moondrop Robin earbuds in a crowded location.
All right, we are outside for ANC Test with the Moondrop Robin earbuds. So you see we have them in. All right, let me paint the picture. We got traffic going back and forth from the street behind me. Behind that, we got the rail yard, so you might hear some trains. Yeah, I guess and some other sounds. We got some light wind as well. What we're gonna do now is we have the Moondrops in transparency mode. You can see that there on the app. So, and I can hear everything very clear. All the cars that were rolling past, they sound very nice. Obviously, now I'm shooting. They're gonna stop coming by, but they will. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna go ahead and put these in noise reduction mode. All right, I got this thing that said, let's quiet it down now. All right, and I have to admit, it did get a little quieter. Is it completely blocking out all the sound? No. Okay, before I continue, I just to let you know, I am not listening to any audio at the time of this testing. And I also went ahead and switched to the large specialty, I guess, the large clear ear tips that came in the package. I think I get a nice, more secure fit with those. But yeah, I mean, did it get quieter? It did get quieter, but it's not completely blocking out the sound. Let me see. Yeah, I got cars going past me, so I'm listening for them or just trying to see if I can hear them. And yeah, with nothing playing on these, they definitely, you can hear them slightly. So yeah, they're not blocking out a lot or enough to get a higher rating. So if I had to rate these between 1 and 10, 1 being absolute trash, 10 being absolute best, I would give these a 6.5 in my opinion. They do a good job, but they don't block out enough to get higher than that in my opinion. But again, I may have to go ahead and switch out, then go to the larger stock standard ear tips and see what's going on there. But I don't think I'll get any higher than that with those. So again, this has been an ANC test with the Moondrop Robin earbuds. Better than average, could be better. All right, we're back in. What we're gonna do now is the sound test. We are in the app, as you can see. Now, these guys do not have a standard equalizer, rather. So if you go to Tune EQ, you only have your your classic presets and everything. You got standard, ultra bass, pop style, Moondrop classic, and monitor. So we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna try and cycle through as many of these as we can, just to see if we can hear any type of difference in them. I wish they did have like a custom EQ which you can go in and fine tune, but we'll see how these guys handle or how these guys stack up with just their standard presets. So we're gonna keep it here on this page. Make sure we're gonna get up to our optimal listening level. All right, we're there, and we're gonna get our first song queued up. Now, what we're gonna do now is I'm gonna go ahead and put we're gonna switch cameras here, and we're gonna put my top down in the box there. All right, so as you can see, we got our first song up, Dominique Feels Like Me, feeling good. We got the earbuds in. Let me make sure these guys are in nice and secure. And we'll go back into the app real quick and put us into noise canceling, or noise reduction as they call it. All right, so noise canceling has been turned on, and we're gonna go back into our EQ settings here. All right, so actually, you know what? It said no audio playing, so I wonder if there is. Let's go ahead and get our first song up and going. All right, here we go. Let's get it. Now let's go back in. Okay, yep. So it's still using the basics. Now we got ultra bass here. Let's go to standard. All right. You can definitely tell the difference there. Then the ultra bass. Let's go to Moondrop. Let's go to pop style. Confirm. I think, do we have to pause the audio real quick? Let's pause it. And I'll hit play again. Oh, I think if it works on the fly. Let's go to Moondrop Classic. Confirm. All right. Okay, now you can tell the difference here. There's a little bit more of a volume A little bit, but still, you got really good clarity with these. Nice soundstage. I liked how the background vocalists sound, and I like the detail we was getting. Let's go to monitor. Okay, not too much of a change from monitor from the Moondrop Classic, in my opinion. But it has really good, nice and clear mids and highs, so there's no doubt there. Let's go back to ultra bass. All right. Now I think we're gonna stick with ultra bass because I think I get a better combination of sounds or with that one. So let's go ahead and pause that. All right. So again, I think we get a better combination with the ultra bass here. So we're gonna go ahead and switch over to our bass song. Yeah. Again, we're on ultra bass, and yeah, it's got a nice. It's light. The bass is light on this one, and the fadeaway is almost non-existent. So this leads me more to believe that these are more for your audiophile type listeners, for the ones that's real emphasizes the mids and highs, because T-Pain right now sounds very clear. The auto tune that's not piercing, but you still keep the tinniness to it. Let's turn this up. Yeah, even at a higher volume level, the bass still sounds light. All right. Now we got E40 coming in. Let's go back down where we belong. Again, vocals, very clear. No problems at all with that. I like the way that is. I just wish you had a little bit more bass. All right. Man. All right, let's go ahead and get into our third song here, which I think will definitely benefit from this mids and highs. All right, so actually, before we do that, let's go back into T-Pain E4. Let's pull up Wavelet. Let's turn Wavelet on. All right, let's go into the graphic equalizer. All right, and let's give us our classic V shape real quick. Reason being is I want to. Now it's not going to be. I'm trying to make it exact, but it's probably not going to be that way. I want to see how these guys react to the Wavelet app, as opposed to the one they have in their on their app there, because their presets rather. I just want to see how this will react. All right, let's go 3.5. All right, let's go ahead and name this real quick. All right, so there we go. We're going to use this Wavelet one. So let's go back into the song. Let's back it up. Here we go. Okay. Gives it a little bit more of a punch. But again, it's not, it still sounds soft, sounds light, in my opinion. But I just wanted to see how they react. Okay. What in the world did I just do? All right. Pause that. Okay. It just did, it gave it a little bit more of a punch, but really didn't do didn't do much to like really blow me away. Again, I think it needs are more geared. Just by listening to them two songs individually, that leads me to believe that these are geared more to your mids, to your audiophile listeners. All right, let's go ahead, get into Kenny G. Going home, or home rather, sorry. I know, yes, the mids and highs very crisp, very clear. That transition from the high keys to the low keys was almost non-existent, which is a shame. But man, you cannot knock how crisp the saxophone sounds. Nice sound stage too. Oh yeah, man, that sounds so crisp. I mean, you get the high keys from the keyboard, you got a good balance there. But again, when it's time for them low keys, the low tones, it's like completely blank, like nothing's there, man. It's a shame. Yeah, man, it sounds okay. Yeah, it just sounds like it's just missing. Just it just sounds like it's missing like half of the song, like half of the music. It feels like it's missing that. Oh, it's a shame because man, that if we had the bass that can match how crisp and clear the mids and highs are, we have a really awesome pair of earbuds here. All right, so let's go ahead and get this cleaned up. We're gonna talk about my likes and dislikes of the Moondrop Robin earbuds. Stay strapped in. All right, let's go ahead and talk about my likes and dislikes of the Moondrop Robin earbuds. All right, first off, let's go ahead with my dislikes. I wish the case was a little bit smaller. I like the holographic picture on the front. I like that little touch to it. I just wish it was a little smaller, a little bit more pocketable than what it is. But again, I just like the way it looks. But I just wish it was a little smaller. I love the matte finish, but again, I wish it was a little smaller. No wireless charging. That's another thing I don't like about it. Besides lack of pocketability. No pairing button on here for the earbuds. Really wish that they had that in there, made it a little bit more simpler to pair them to a second device if you need to. They do a great job on their own just by putting them in, opening and closing, but sometimes you just want to be able to hold down the pairing button and actuate that in case you were having some type of a connection issue with the earbuds themselves. What else I don't like? Yes, the fact that you can have LDAC and Multipoint turned on at the same time. I really wish they had that feature was ironed out. There are other earbuds out there that do allow that, but I just wish that worked. Let me see. Anything else? I think that's about it, really. Oh yes, no volume controls on the earbuds. Wish there was more touch control features that would allow you to use your change your volume on the fly instead of having to pull your device out, your phone or whatever out of your pocket, purse, or wherever you may have it, and adjust the volume. That would be a very helpful feature, especially if you're on the go and that type of deal. Yes, you can take it one earbud out and pause the audio while you have a conversation, or you can long press and switch it to ambient mode, but sometimes just being able to turn it down does wonders. All right, let's see. Anything else that I dislike about these guys? I don't think so. Let's go ahead and flip over to my likes. First of all, I like the aesthetic. That celestial look. You got music tones and everything like that. I just like the overall look of it. I love the fit and feel. I think these guys are very, very comfortable in the ear. Kind of chunky, giving me that the vibe of the Noble Focus type earbuds. Oh, I started music. And it won't pause. So let me pause that on my phone. All right. So again, look, they got that molded. I love the way it does it. But again, gives me that vibe of the Noble Focus earbuds. Do like that. Fits very comfortable in the ear with the right ear tip. You get really good noise isolation. And why is it still playing in the case? Got music still playing. Sorry about that. All right, music was still playing. Let me close this app out. All right, there we go. Okay, I had to close the app out on my phone because it would continue to play. Anyway, yeah, I like the way they fit and feel. Love the multi-point connectivity feature. Auto switching built in. Absolutely love it for a pair of earbuds at this price point. Let's see. Yeah, I think let's see. Everything else on it, the fit, feel, the touch controls that are responsive. the ones that you do have, and you got the wear detection that's almost instant. That's fantastic. Yeah, I think that's about covers everything. One more other thing that I dislike about these that just popped into my head because I did not write these down as I should have. The fact that these guys do not have a graphic equalizer built in, and the fact that these are more geared towards the audiophile listener. I mean, I ain't got no problem with that, but I really wish these guys had a little bit more bass to them, in my opinion. Using the Wavelet app did improve the bass a little bit, but not a lot. All right. The mics on here are decent, so that's going to be a good problem. Noise canceling could be a lot better. That's in the bad column. But other than that, these are a decent pair of earbuds if you're like sitting around somewhere just listening to them. If you're going to be out in traffic or out or about and you're not worried if you want that ambient sound, fantastic. If you're looking for them to completely block out noise, these will not do that. They'll knock out some some louder sounds. It won't knock them out, but it will. What's the word? I guess tone them down and everything. But if you're looking for something to block out all noise, these are not the earbuds for that. All right, so yeah, I think that's it for my likes and dislikes of the Moondrop Robin earbuds. So let's go ahead and wrap this up. So this has been the unboxing and review of the Moondrop Robin earbuds. A lot of fun listening to them. If you're one of those who enjoy mids and highs, or more of your audiophile type listener, and you're on a budget, you definitely want to take a look at these earbuds. They are very impressive when it comes to the mids and highs and everything. Again, and another thing, if you're not too worried about noise canceling, like being able to block out completely a lot of noise, again, these are a decent pair to at least take a look at. Very comfortable. I like the overall natural volume of them. They do get pretty loud. I just wish they had a few more features and everything in them just to bring them up to the level of some of my other earbuds that I would highly recommend. I mean, again, audiophile listeners on a budget, definitely check these out. If you're a little bass head or anything like that, these are not the ones for you, unfortunately. All right. So again, I'd like to thank you guys for coming out and spending some time with me. If you like what you see, go and hit the like button. And if you want to join me as I continue my journey, go ahead and hit the subscribe and notification bells. That way you're notified when videos like this and others drop. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.